Yo, what's going on, Chicago Sports Hub? We got UFC Fight Night this weekend, and we also got NFL Week 5 predictions. UFC's fucking back. Took a little week off from UFC, but we're back, and let's talk about it. We got 6 fights to talk about. Let's talk about the first one. Felipe Lins versus Cutelaba. Lins, he's 17-5, 38 years old, 3-2 in his past 5 fights. Cutelaba, he's 17-9 with one draw, 29 years old, 2-3 in his past 5 fights. He's 2-3 in his past 5 fights. This one's, man, it's kind of tough because Lanes, he's 38 years old. If you guys don't know, he was also in the PFL. He's in the UFC now. PFL is another organization for fighting, but now he's in the UFC. He's on a 3-fight win streak, but I think Cutelaba fought the better competition throughout the UFC, man. I mean, he fought Kennedy, Johnny Walker, Ryan Spann. Those are good competition. You know what I'm saying? Magomed as well. Yeah, man. I think Cutelaba got this one, man. I think he gets the win. It's gonna be a tough fight because both these fighters are really damn good. This could really be a close fight. But I'm going to go with Cutelaba minus 160 money line for this fight, man. Let's go. That's what I got. This next fight, Alexander Hernandez versus Bill Algeo. Alexander Hernandez, he's 14-6, 31 years old, 2-3 his past 5 fights. Algeo, he's 17-7, 34 years old, and he is 3-2 in his past 5 fights. They both fought pretty decent level competition. I feel like Algeo, he's going to go after the jiu-jitsu, the wrestling, but if Hernandez could not waste that much, cardio stamina in the tank, if he could last for at least 2-3 rounds and not getting super tired, I think he got his fight. I could see Hernandez defending some of these takedowns that Algeo is going to go after. I think Hernandez gets the win, man. I got Hernandez as well. Hernandez money line. Plus 106 underdog, man. It's gonna be that one's a really close fight, guys. But yeah, that's what I got for that one. This third fight, Drew Dober versus Rick Glenn. Drew Dober, he's 26-12, 34 years old, 3-2 his past 5 fights. Rick Glenn, he's 22-7 with 2 draws, 34 years old. He's 2-3 in his past 5 fights. Drew Dober, he's an experienced fighter. He fought the better competition compared to Rick Glenn. Drew Dober fought one of the best in his lightweight division. Don't get me wrong, Rick Glenn, he's decent too, but I just feel like Dober, he fought way better competition. So I got Drew Dober money line minus 520. You really can't do shit with it unless you parlay with something like a 6-leg or something. But Drew Dober, TKO minus 145, I think is the move. Coming off a loss, Drew Dober and shit. I forgot who did he fight. I forgot. But anyways, he got knocked the fuck out last fight, Drew Dober. So I can see a bounce back, him wanting to get back in the winning column and get in the TKO if you guys want to go after the better value. So yeah, I got Drew Dober, man, for that fight, beating Rick Glenn. Let's talk about this next one. This one's kind of tough too, man. Alex Morono versus Joaquin Buckley. Alex, he's 23-8, 33 years old. 4-1 his past 5 fights. Joaquin Buckley, he's 29 years old, 16-6. He has the advantage and the reach, 4 inches advantage compared to Alex Morono. But Joaquin Buckley, he's 1-0 in the welterweight division. If you guys don't know, Joaquin Buckley, he moved down from middleweight to welterweight. So middleweight is a class above welterweight, so he moved down to welterweight. He's looking pretty good, I'm not going to lie, in welterweight. He looks pretty damn decent. But Alex, he's fought pretty decent competition. He's a good fighter. He's all around a skilled fighter, man. I'm not going to lie. He fought Cowboy. He fought Santiago Pozzombino. He fought Tim Means. This one's tough. I'm going to lean towards Alex plus 142 only because we haven't really seen Buckley. We haven't seen that much fights from Buckley in the welterweight division. We only have seen one. So the only reason, for that, I'm going to go with Alex Morono plus 142 money line. That's what I'm leaning towards. But I really do like the fight to start in round 2 minus 220 for this fight. If you guys don't want to pick a winner, I think the fight could start in round 2. I think, the first round, they feel each other out, get shit going. And yeah, man, that's what I got for that fight, guys. Let's talk about this next one, the co-main event. Joe Pyfer versus Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Joe Pyfer, he's 11-2, 27 years old, 2-0 in the UFC. Abdul, he's 12-5, 38 years old, 2-3 in his past 5 fights. Now, Joe Pyfer, what? 13 fights, all ended in finishes for Joe Pyfer. That's nuts. And don't get me wrong, Abdul Razak, he's a good fighter. But Joe Pyfer is on the rise, man, in his middleweight division. I can see him climbing the rankings in this division as well. All his fights ended in finish. Give me double chance, Joe Pyfer, TKO or submission minus 260 for Joe Pyfer, man. I think he's gonna put himself on notice this weekend. Just keep an eye on this guy, man. Joe Pyfer, he's legit for the co-main event. Let's talk about the main event, man. The last fight for UFC, Grant Dawson versus Bobby Green. Grant Dawson, 20-1 with 1 draw. 20 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. 29 years old. He is 8-0 in the UFC. He is undefeated in the UFC. 13 wins by submission for Grant Dawson, man. Oh, damn. Bobby Green, he's 30-14, 30 wins, 14 losses, 37 years old, 3-2 his past 5 fights. We know Bobby Green's an experienced fighter. His last fight, he beat Tony Ferguson. But a lot of people are saying Bobby Green, he hits hard for a lightweight. I just think Bobby Green's wrestling, grappling skills is good. But Grant Dawson, I don't think I ever seen this guy fight, but I had to look back to his fights and shit, and man, he's legit. He is legit. 13 wins by submission, 8-0 in the UFC. I think Grant Dawson is on his way up in the rankings, and I think he's gonna make a name for himself in this main event against Bobby Green. So with that being said, I got Grant Dawson to win by submission plus 130. 5-round fight. I can see it going down like that, man. I can see it. So I'm going to run it back for y'all real quick. That's what I got for the UFC. I got Cutelaba beating Lenz. Cutelaba money line. I got Alexander Hernandez beating Aljo. No, I'm sorry. No, Aljo. What the hell am I talking about? I forgot his fucking name. Sorry, guys. I got Alexander Hernandez. That's all y'all need to fucking know. I got Drew Dober beating Rick Glenn, Drew Dober money line, or Drew Dober by TKO if you want to go after better value, better odds. This next fight, I got Alex beating Joaquin Buckley, but I really like the fight starting round 2 a lot more for that fight. This next fight, Joe Pyfer versus Abdul. Joe Pyfer, double chance, TKO or submission minus 260. For the main event, Grant Dawson to win by submission plus 130. That's what I got for UFC, man. That's what I got. Let's go. Let's get it. Just wait and see. Let's move on to NFL Week 5. Let's talk about the first game, man. They're back in London again. This game is Jaguars versus the Bills. It's an early game. And I'm going with the Bills minus 5.5. They showed me that, you know what I'm saying, they're still that team. They showed out against Miami last week. And I can see them showing out against Jaguars, man. I honestly do. So I got Bills minus 5.5. I think they cover their spread for this game. Let's talk about the next game. Saints versus the Patriots. I think, they're at New England. I think the Patriots get back on track here. And I think they beat the Saints. Derek Carr struggling to start. He's hurt. Jameson Winston, I don't really trust a guy like that. So, even though Judon and there's people injured on the Patriots defense, but I can see them still in the win here. It's tough. It's really tough. But I got the Patriots money line. This next game, Ravens versus the Steelers. They're at Pittsburgh. Pickett, he's saying that he has a bruised hand or whatever the hell injury he's going with or dealing with. He's saying he's ready to go to play Sunday. I don't know. I don't know if I really trust that. So I got the Ravens minus 4.5 to cover the spread. If you want to bump it down minus 2.5, you can. But I like Ravens minus 4.5 beating the Steelers this Sunday, guys. This next game, Giants versus the Dolphins. They're at Miami. We all know other teams, they be dying in that damn heat in Miami. I got Tyreek Hill to score a touchdown and the Dolphins to win. I think Dolphins get back on track, after losing to the Bills last week. I think Tyreek Hill didn't have a touchdown last week, so I can see him scoring one this week and Dolphins getting back on track with the win, man. This next game, Panthers versus the Lions. They're at Detroit. I want to go with the Detroit Lions minus 10, but that's too much points. I like St. Brown over his yards, whatever the hell the line is. If it's 70, if it's 60, I like it. And Lions to win. So take both of those for that game, guys. Yeah, that's what I got for that game. This next one, Texans versus the Falcons. They're at Atlanta. I mean, C.J. Stroud, he's looking pretty damn good for a rookie quarterback over there in Houston. The Falcons, what the hell happened to them last week against the Jaguars? They were playing like straight shit. The quarterback for the Falcons, forget his fucking name. He couldn't read the fucking... You can't read the film, my guy? What the hell's going on? I thought he was decent. But he looked lost against the Jaguars last week. So listen, man, the Texans are surprising me. C.J. Stroud, he's surprising me as well. They're playing really good football over there. I got the Texans, man. Texans money line, underdog. I think they beat the Falcons this week, guys, because they're looking pretty damn decent for some young guys over there. That's what I got. This next game, Titans versus the Colts. They're at Indianapolis. I don't know. I can't pick a winner for this game. I will lean towards the Titans, but I do like DeAndre Hopkins to score a touchdown. That motherfucker's due. What the fuck? When is he, what's going on here? I think this is the game he wakes up, man. I think it's the game that, he scores. He gets back in his little groove and shit. And yeah, I got DeAndre Hopkins to score a touchdown, but if I have to pick a winner, I'm kind of leaning towards the Titans, man. That's what I got for that game. I do like Anthony Richardson score a touchdown for that game. Titans versus the Colts. Look into that. This next one, Bengals versus the Arizona Cardinals. They're at Arizona. What the fuck is going on with the Bengals? What the fuck is going on? I don't know, man. Joe Burrow's saying that he's the best he ever felt. I think that's straight cap, straight bullshit. I think he rushed himself, man. I'm telling you, I think he rushed himself week one. I think the Bengals organization rushed him week one to play. And I think that was a bad idea because now it's biting them in the ass and they're not playing good and they're losing. I'm going to give them one more fucking chance, bro. This is the game that they have to bounce back and be like, okay, we're still alive. We're still a playoff team. Let's go out and win. Because it's tough because the Arizona Cardinals, they're playing, I don't know, I thought they were going to tank. I thought they were going to suck ass. But they're playing decent. I'm not going to lie. They're playing pretty decent so far as a team. I'm going to go with Bengals money line, man. I'm going to give them one more motherfucking chance. I'm going to give Joe Burrow and them boys one more chance. And I think this is the week, though, that they bounce back. You see my face? I'm not even confident saying that shit. I don't know, guys, damn it. I don't fucking know. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm going with the Bengals money line. But I'm not confident. I will say that. I am not confident, guys. So be careful with that game. I'm going to just say that. Eagles versus the Rams. They're at LA. Give me Eagles money line. I'm not touching spreads. I'm not touching touchdowns. I'll just take Eagles money line. Look after Puka, a wide receiver from the Rams. Look after his yards. His yards might be the play for this weekend too, because he be getting them. Don't matter who's taking them, he be getting it. So look after that. But I also like the Eagles money line for that game. This next game, Chiefs versus the Vikings. They're at Minnesota. Man, I got Justin Jefferson score a touchdown, Travis Kelce scored a touchdown, and Chiefs to win in that game. This one's gonna be a pretty decent game. Yeah, man, I think the Vikings. This might be a shootout, but I see the Vikings losing, bro. The Chiefs, they're the Chiefs. So yeah, that's what I got for that game, man. Let's talk about this next one. Jets versus the Broncos. They're at Denver. I'm going with the Jets money line underdog. I don't know why they're underdog. You got to go with the team with a better defense. Broncos do not have a fucking defense. And Zach Wilson might look good this weekend, guys. I also like Breece Hall score a touchdown. The Jets did say he's not on the snap count anymore, so they're going to give him the ball as much as they fucking can. So look after that. Breece Hall touchdown, but I do like the Jets money line underdog. I don't know why the fuck they're underdog. I'm going to go with the team with a better defense every time. That's just me. So that's what I got, man. Let's talk about this next game. Sunday Night Football. Cowboys versus the 49ers. That's San Francisco. This was going to be a pretty decent game, man. It's a little rivalry, a little rivalry game. Some of these teams don't like each other. Even though they're not in the same division, they have history, if you guys don't know. Can I get a George Kittle touchdown, please? Like, damn. He's due, man. I'm going to keep on saying it. George Kittle is fucking due for a touchdown. This might be the game, so I'm going to keep on going with it. But I do believe that 49ers win this game. I think they beat the Cowboys. Shit, they might even cover the spread, the 49ers. I think the 49ers just give Dak Prescott a hard-ass time. Dak Prescott, get out of here. Cowboys defense, they have been looking pretty good. I will give them that. But I think 49ers find a way just to score points and get the win over the Cowboys Sunday Night Football, guys. That's what I got, man. Let's talk about this next game, Monday Night Football. Packers versus the Raiders at Las Vegas. I got Devontae Adams going against his old team, revenge game. Devontae Adams touchdown. He's questionable coming into this game. I don't know. I'm not too sure if he's going to really play or not. That's what I like for a player prop. I do like Packers money line. I hate to say it. I don't know what's going on with the Raiders, dog. Jimmy Garoppolo's hurt. Their backup's not even all that. He's a rookie. The Packers, I trust the Packers more with Jordan Love. You know what I'm saying? The Raiders don't have a good defense. They have some good guys on defensive line for the Raiders, but I think the Packers, they're not going to have that much trouble for this game, and I think they're going to win. Only because Raiders' defense is not good. We seen what a good defense could do against Jordan Love. We seen it last week against the Lions and Packers. So, yeah, man, that's the only reason why I have the Packers money line. Raiders just don't have a defense. That's about it, guys. UFC predictions, NFL predictions. Tune in next week. Hoo-wee. Wait, is it next week? Nah, 2 weeks from now. Big UFC card. Man, UFC from here on out. It's always like UFC from here on out. It's always some good shit. Let's get it, man. Tune in next episode. Like, subscribe, share all that other shit. Peace out, y'all. Let's get it.